And now back with more Devil May Cry 5 with V.
Who's ready for Grandpa V's literature hour?
He's reading fan fiction by the person who wrote the Divine Comedy. Or essentially reads out like fan fiction anyway. It's like some Shakespeare level
I hate these fucking
fan
things.
fiction BS.
Did you find it?
Oh, well, I don't know what I found, but, I think I saw some demons dancing.
Well, then I guess we keep going. The Devil's Sword Sparta is nearby.
His legs are too goddamn long.
Oh, so anyone ever heard of a restaurant called Johnny Rockets?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of it.
From the Clifots route.
I went to there earlier. Apparently I don't know. It's some place that apparently used to be in downtown New York for like a month, then just kind of disappeared from existence. It came without any warning, and it vanished without any warning. So I ended up going to one in Jersey. It is so old-fashioned.
No.
You guys want to raid a buffet someday?
Like it's so old-fashioned that they even have like little mini jukeboxes on the table. They can pay 5 cents to play a song.
Oh golly.
No, I'm serious. I haven't been to a buffet in like fucking 10 years.
Jeez.
Anymore.
The man is hungry.
Last time I went to a buffet was in 2015 for a school trip.
I don't even know where to find one.
I generally keep going. Generally, like almost every time I go to Boston, me and my dad generally go to a buffet place because it's the only place in Boston where you can actually buy decent food.
I hate these fucking things when they decide to spam dig.
I went to Golden Corral in Philadelphia.
Well,
What did I just
Tell me
witness?
you saw that.
What did I just witness? What the fuck was that?
It instant killed both of his demons and then trucked them down.
Nice.
Oh, I don't need to upgrade them. I don't plan on getting stalemated, he says.
Also, correction: Shadow didn't die. He had like a tiny bit of health left.
No, they both. I saw their fucking icon. They
No,
both
no,
fixed the
only
red
one- no.
outline.
No, only
I
one
saw
died.
that shit, Kenny.
Only one died.
Run the footage back.
I went to Golden Corral in Philadelphia.
Well, run the footage back.
Why you gotta make me do editing work?
Run the footage back. I saw both of them turn red. But yeah, guys, we need to find a buffet.
I don't know.
One day.
Despite New York being such a big city, there's lots of things you surprisingly can't find, like a Toys R Us.
Well, Toys R Us is kill, so
Not in Canada.
That's mostly
Okay.
because I made a giraffe as part of a giraffe mask for a school project. The friends was like, "Were you inspired by Toys R Us?" I'm like, "I never really went to Toys R Us as a kid." It's like, "All right, those aren't really common in New York." She's not from New York.
the only Toys R Us I knew of was the one on 42nd Street.
Yeah, it's like that's the
Same
same
side
thing
of
here.
it.
It's like the only one.
Well, I had the Toys R Us near my school too, but
This takes really long.
What a pitiful sight. You first.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up.
Look up a buffet place.
Yes, I'm gonna go look up buffets in New York because we gotta go to a buffet.
Turn it
You keep going. You want to do any social thing in general.
Huh?
Before you were like, we need to go to Dave and Buster's during spring break. Now you're like, we need to go to a buffet place. Christian,
Yeah,
after I think Christian just want to eat.
Yeah, I do too. You know, I want food that isn't fucking cheap. We don't really cook in this house, you know.
I mean, also now after today, I ended up going to like this good freaking like very small smoothie place in 42nd Street.
Like, I think the last time I cooked was about a good 2 months ago.
It's funny because
I don't know how to cook.
Christian's the only one here who knows how to cook, and he stopped doing it.
I haven't cooked in so long, I've actually forgotten most of my recipes.
I
There goes the
forgot.
Mario special.
That's it. What? I've forgotten a new recipe. That's not a good thing, Christian.
I've actually forgotten most of my recipes. It's amazing. I gotta go ask my mom to teach me how to cook. And she's gonna look at me like, you fucking what?
Of all the skills to forget, right? If forgetting math or literature, you probably remember Shakespeare. You hate Shakespeare.
You are not to be.
Shakespeare is the original douche. I mean, we could just go to Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
I just wish it wasn't fucking 3 more weeks until spring break.
Yeah,
You know?
Wait,
Why is it so damn far in the month?
wait until we're swamped with stuff to do over spring break as well.
Shit, last year's spring break took place at the start of April.
Swamp with stuff, you say? Most of my shit is done already.
I mean, technically for one class, I only have one homework project, and congrats, the entire class. I can literally I can just do nothing for the entire class. Just show up for the test at that point. I have a writing assignment in one class, but it's only 3 to 5 pages, so it's short. A writing assignment in another class, but it's only 8 to 10 pages, so it's also relatively short.
Oh, hey, you're at the nice blue orb.
Go ahead. Slice him. Retreat.
It's fucking 2 of these guys.
Yeah,
Slice him.
I'm gonna be here for a while.
yeah, it'll be fine.
Now let me just casually get the cane parry.
You'll judge me. You're supposed to be judging
I
me.
fucking saw that. This is the same man who was scrubbing apart 5 minutes ago.
Just dealt me already. Jesus Christ. Just die already. Why are you resisting death so much? Why are you clinging to life?
Laughs at Proto Angelo.
Come back.
Sweet Jesus.
Those fuckers never go down.
I've never taken this farm before, and that thing just clipped to the ground.
It's fine, don't worry.
I assume Nightmare.
Yep.
May not. My foot failed.
And that's the only time you'll have to do that. It's not explained at all.
You should be marked with posters.
Yeah, that's the only one that's like that.
That's a consistent design.
It's very inconsistent design. And there's the next mission if you're looking for it. Not you, Kenny.
There we go. Oh yeah, also. So, Bloodstorm's making a resurgence. It's also coming to Switch, right? Cliffy B decides to interject himself by going.
I mean, Kenny,
What?
you should at least activate the mission so you can do them on your own file. Whenever you feel like it.
You realize I had to literally replace the file, meaning everything I do here literally means nothing,
I
right?
said I wasn't.
Oh, right. There's no... This is the only fucking game in the series without multiple files.
Place for me.
Exactly.
Why did they do that?
I mean, technically, Devil May Cry 4 also has it with no multiple files, at least on PC. In fact, Devil May Cry 4 is worse, where every single account on the PC shares one file.
Oh.
Yeah, that's great design. Cliffy B decided to insert himself to the current comeback of Bulletstorm by saying how if Bulletstorm can come back, maybe the same thing can happen to Lawbreakers.
No one wants to play Lawbreakers.
Not only that, but one of the reasons Bulletstorm didn't do well was because of the marketing. To which Pat said, Cliffy B, aren't you one of the main reasons the marketing for Bulletstorm sucked?
Oof.
Pat just keeps going in. Like, is there Creepy says the only real issue is the fact that Bulletstorm's marketing sucked. Wasn't that your fault? He keeps going in. He keeps going in. Once you make an enemy out of Pat, he's not gonna stop going in. Thank you, Shadow.
It took you long enough.
Took you long enough, Matt. Griffin?
This is how you kill demons. You just point at them and tell them die. And then watch as they look at you like you were freaking born upside down. Die. Absolutely nothing happens. Guys, you're making me look stupid here. Wait, no.
What?
In there. There's a breakable.
This wall.
Eradicate.
See the posters?
It even breaks the posters first.
I think there's a purple orb in this room.
There'll be something in this room. We're gonna break it down with Nightmare.
And from here you can get to a blue orb, I believe. I love how that attack just sends everyone flying into the air.
Okay, now a question. This one's brought to you by how Platinum Games do things. Is it ever okay to intentionally not tell the player all the game's mechanics?
I think you've asked this before, but no.
Well, I asked you this before because we were playing Bayonetta at the time. And Bayonetta's the one that brought the topic.
Oh,
For me, it depends on how important the mechanic is.
Like one feature that Bayonetta doesn't tell you about is damage offsetting, where it's a whole entire thing of like you know how you can hold the button and Bayonetta starts shooting.
Yeah.
If you hold the button and then dodge, you'll still keep shooting. So that way your combo keeps going, and that you dodging to start your combo. They intentionally didn't tell you that because they want you to feel real good when you realize you can do that. Another case would be Mario 64, where they just give you a big, wide open area as a tutorial level and don't tell you anything.
Now you gotta go back. Was it back or was it through there? I don't know. Either way, that pit, you gotta get across and there's blue up there. And it's somewhere in this area.
Thank you, Christian. You're as much help as Kingdom Hearts 3 when coming navigating stuff.
Hey, my directions are working.
Now, question: what do you guys describe as the ideal tutorial for a game? Because we've seen several methods over the years.
Show us the move and how to do it.
I feel like having a separate menu that you can bring up anytime to bring up the moves and letting you fuck around with said moves at your choice in an open environment.
So we got several examples. We got Devil May Cry 5's example, which is just freaking go for it, and we just teach you the bare essentials. You have Devil May Cry 4, which goes through painstaking detail to teach you how to play the game. They get super annoying on replays. You have Metal Gear Solid 5, which turns the entire tutorial into a freaking half an hour long level. You don't need half an hour.
Tutorial should not ever be forced.
You have Bayonetta, which gives you a prologue level with no tutorial, then followed by the actual tutorial. You have Mario games. You have like 3D Mario games, which are essentially no tutorial whatsoever. Figure it out yourself, motherfudger. You have Smash Brothers, which doesn't give you a tutorial until you wait a while on the pause screen, and displays it as a video. All these different methods.
If we had the double sword Sparta, Nero might just...
And you have Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is we won't interrupt you every 5 minutes to explain our tutorial.
No, that's the worst way to do it. You should shoot yourself in the foot if you do that.
To the point where tutorial boxes were portrayed as being sentient. And now, then we have the actual true final section, the "we're doing this ironically" tutorial. Like Far Cry Shadow Dragon has the annoying tutorial section, but they frame it as, you see, it's funny because it's annoying. It's like, no, it's just annoying. It's not funny. It's just obnoxious, guys. Hey, find this guy's V. That always takes so long to kill.
Remember when we can just shoot them?
Do we also remember we could just parry them and obliterate them in one hit?
Yeah. I hate when they, like, when you go to parry them, but they take absolutely fucking forever to attack. And when they do attack, it's some type of variant of spin to win.
Another question more about game design being, when is the appropriate time for the gameplay to peak?
For the gameplay to be what?
Gameplay to peak.
Probably somewhere in like the middle of the game.
I can think of different examples.
How did you get hit for that?
One example being V over here, how Armando, you see what I'm doing right now?
Yeah.
This will never change with V. What I'm doing right now is all V gets with the entire game. He will not change. What I'm doing right now is all he does. He gets none of the mechanic. He has peaked the moment he is playable. Another example is, what if we have a game where the player does not peak until the final level?
It better be damn good.
And what if, another example being, what if you peak midway into the game? Like, let's say slightly above slightly after the halfway point.
I say the peak should be around 75%.
Now we have the Shantae Half Genie Hero example, which is you peak as early as level 2. From there, you're gonna be doing the same thing for the rest of the game.
See ya!
Impressive.
Yo, you just here to window shop?
Let's see. How do you feel about even having a character progression system in general? Because some people actually just don't like the idea of character progression in general.
I don't mind it.
Like even the idea of upgrading a character is something that like not exactly their fancy.
Fucking kidding me? I love being able to upgrade myself.
Yeah, but their point being, why can't I just have all the stuff from the get-go? Is their idea. Example being how some people say how certain upgrades in Yakuza games should be there by default, and there's no reason that should be an upgrade. That it should be an upgrade. I should just have this. Now, an important question, and I already know we already know Armano's answer, so he should even bother answering.
But answer anyways, I want to know.
How do you feel about a game that has you learn moves, and you have to reobtain them again in the sequel?
Isn't making the Sparta any
Wait, what?
happier.
An example being, Stinger is something that's been Devil May Cry to Devil May Cry 1, but you always have to unlock it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I know you were. Yeah, I know the Metroid fan would say that. That's why I said don't bother.
I think it's kind of annoying.
Like an example being Banjo-Tooie, you unlocked upgrades in the first game, you kept them the moment you started the second game. Okay, it was a show. You see all this stuff that in the first game you needed. Guess what? You're gonna need this from the start, motherfucker.
Its mask changed.
Another case that does this is Infamous 2, where suddenly Cole just loses most of his powers. Why? He tired himself. He really pooped himself. Okay.
It's my turn to play with the devil's sword. The floor is yours.
Give me a spin. When in doubt, poke it. Oh, it's gross.
It seems this sword is still too strong for me.
So close, though. So close. You got a lot of heart, kid. You really do. But you're a bit of a sissy in the strength department. Oh, hey. No offense, son. You know.
That kid Nero, he has the strength.
It speaks.
That's a fair question. How do you feel about a port, remake, remaster, whatever of a game that instead of fixing the game's problems, instead decides to just put in new features?
That shit pisses me off to no end.
No.
An example being Super Mario 64 DS, that rather than fixing the problems of the base game, it just gave you more content instead. But it's like you probably should have fixed some of the older problems though.
I don't even have the words. He's alive.
Another example
He's
being
alive.
Persona 4 Golden, which didn't fix the problem of having boring dungeons, and instead just freaking made it super easy to get through them.
V? No. Get a grip on yourself now. Come on.
If only you could defeat Urizen. If only... No.
V? No.
If only you never existed.
Then I... Don't do it, V. No!
Dante's like, bitch, you thought?
We're going back now, boys.
Come here. You need to hide, Dante. No matter what happens, you mustn't leave. I need to find Virgil. I promise I'll be back. I know this is hard. You must listen to me. Be a big boy. A man, huh? If I don't return, you must run. By yourself, alone. You must change your name. Forget your past and start a new life. As someone else.
Laying on thick when talking to like a 10-year-old.
Virgil! Where are you, Virgil?
That was about 3 seconds. That fucking smile.
Booty warrior.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna shish kebab me.
I know how stubborn you can be. I thought it might be the only way to wake you.
What day is it?
The 15th of June.
A month? No wonder I'm so stiff.
Right, sunshine. Now put a fire under it. We gotta get going because that annoying pimple Nero is making a beeline for Urizen, and if he gets there, he's gonna...
Hey, this is my gig. Leave Nero out of this.
If you could defeat Urizen, then I never would have dreamed of fusing that child. Urizen is much stronger than we ever could have imagined.
Oh, it stinks in here.
I know. Smells like hot garbage.
This is far worse than I thought.
There's no crime in turning tail, V. These things might be a little too much for you.
You're right. I'll leave the rest to you.
What? Whoa. down here and turn in cheap, really?
One must always have an insurance policy.
Who was that guy? Can't believe he just ran.
No one special? Come on. Let's go clean up this garbage.
First come, first serve on the targets, right?
Music to my ears. Hurry up, Dante!
Guess I get to see it with my own eyes. If it really is you.
Pick your colors, Armando. You want regular Dante
Original.
colors or reboot Dante colors?
Original.
Oh god, no.
By the way,
Dante.
people, someone looked at reboot Dante and think and it says the reboot colors remind them of Spencer from iCarly.
I fucking see it.
God damn it.
I fucking see it.
Now that you see it, you'll never unsee it.
Never forget it was originally Crazy Steve.
Crazy Steve exists in the same universe as iCarly.
Well then.
Well, that's a bit paradoxical.
Yeah, Crazy Steve and Craig and Eric have shown up in iCarly. Like, they exist. Like, Spencer and... no, your game, don't you dare. Don't you dare! I don't buy the trash!
Nah, you gotta go buy the bread, or there's nothing like all over the fucking place.
Don't you freaking dare guess. Now I wanted to do it, you know it.